Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kamau, and I'm recording this in Washington State, somewhere called Puyallup, where I stay in my apartment. And once again, let me introduce myself. This very new in vlogging and or doing like podcasts like that. So once again, my name is Kamau, aka Githingithia, and I'm doing this on the title that goes "Going Back Home, Living Babylon." So soon, I'm coming home. But before that, I want to tell a story. I want to give a story of mine, how my experience on how it's been here and my journey back home. And so follow me and subscribe and hit that bell button right there. So a brief history. I was brought up in a neighborhood called Dandora, in the east side of Nairobi, where we grew up very fast. By the time I was 17, 16, we were doing clubs and doing battling and doing a lot of hip-hop activities. And by the time I was 20, we had a big break as the first hip-hop group to pioneer Sheng rap or Swahili rap. So with that, things changed for me for the better for a long time. And we traveled the world. And from Europe, now I'm here in America. Some of my groups went to Asia and different places. But the point of this podcast is like telling the story. It's not really a big, serious thing. Or this vlogging. It's just telling a story of mine, of where I come from. So now, as many people know, the neighborhood I just mentioned is called Dandora. And Dandora hosts the biggest garbage area of the whole Nairobi. Everybody dumps their stuff, backyard. And also, it's also very thug-oriented. There was many criminal gangs ran Dandora. I can't say I was never part of them, but they were my friends, I would say that. And it became interesting, so coming from that kind of background, so I was mentioning that so you can know that kind of background. And because of that, because of the background of the criminal gangs and so many things and police harassment, hip-hop became a very big influencer in our life. Because we could relate. We could relate to what was going on in Compton. We could relate to what was going on in New Jersey. We could relate to what was going on in New Orleans. We could relate with what was going on in many different places here in America's ghettos. As it was different from what we had learned from our elders, which was America, the dream country. But when we saw hip-hop brought us back to earth, brought us back to loving our ghettos as much as they were not good. But it made us respect our languages, respect ourselves, and made us, see we can do anything. And with that, that's my background. So this podcast is not gonna be a lot of that. So mostly it's gonna be when I came here. I came here in 2011 in this Babylon streets. And in 2011, I was just coming here to do some lectures in different colleges on a documentary we did called Hip Hop Colony. And with that, during those Hip Hop Colony, those lectures, I met my wife, who is my wife now. She wasn't my wife at that time. She was a host in University of Tyler, Texas. And that was sometime 2012 and 2013. By 2014, we got married, and we had a baby soon after. She's 3 years. And my experience here was very interesting because that was the first time I had to kind of get a job. Because in Kenya, I was an artist. You know, I employed myself. I did everything for myself. I didn't have a boss. But here, I had to like get a job. So I got a job. Then I got married. Then I wasn't planning on staying here. I was planning on coming back as soon as I finished my tours. But with now the marriage and now being here, and also needed to hustle a little bit, you know, see how America is. I was only here with a visitor visa, so I was like, yo, I need to see a little bit more. And it was like 6 months. So I was like, oh, it's better. I see a little bit more. And now I'm married, so I was ready to see it. So I involved myself in many skills. So right now I'm very skillful. I can build, I can remodel, I can refinish. I'm a salesman. I'm an expert salesman. Very good salesman. And also very good refinisher and remodeler. So why I'm telling you this is let you know part of my life, what happened. And when I say I'm coming back home, I'm leaving Babylon. So one thing people should know, America is nothing like they show you on TV. There's a lot of struggles I can't even start to explain on this talk that we are having. And not everything is as painted. There's actually more life in Africa by far than there is here. I've seen sicker people here than I've seen sick people in Africa. I've seen, yeah, people are poor in Africa, but it's hard for you to be homeless in Africa. But here, it's one time you're homeless. I've seen, I've seen discrimination, things that I never faced. Like, I've seen tribalism in my country, but I never faced like discrimination, That's something I had from my grandparents, but I faced that. In my 9 years I've been here, I've been told to go back to the zoo by some people driving across the streets, and they shouted, "Hey, go back to the zoo." I worked on a call center for Virgin America, where I was the reservation person, and I was receiving calls, all types of calls. And with my accent, it was not very pleasant to some Americans. Some Americans were dissing me on the phone like crazy. But I became good at it because I could handle their dissing. It was nothing to me. And I could reverse and revert an escalation into a good call. Because for me, I take every job serious. Even if I'm doing what kind of a job, I'll take it serious for me to learn. And even if it doesn't look like an important job, but I'll take it serious for me to become the best in that job. So even in that call center, that's another story. I worked for Virgin America in a call center, and I became very good. So I ended up working at home. They gave me a computer, and I used to reserve plane tickets for people at home. And but now I'm about to go home. And going home is beautiful. I'm so happy with it. I'm done with Babylon. I'm done with it. The only thing that might just a little bit keep me here is because I ended up marrying here, and my daughter is here, but they are coming home too. So, bye-bye, Babylon. I'll see you on the other side. I'll keep on telling you these stories. If you like, subscribe, hit the like button. And I'll keep on telling these stories. I don't want to talk too long. It's just a small talk. Thanks. Bye-bye.